All right, HotRod Series number 7. We're going to work on the neck a little bit this week. We're going to put the back together. Oh, that would be the top together. We're going to put the back, top brace on. We're going to level the sides, get them ready to go on it. I was trying to get them on, but I don't know that that's going to happen. And then we'll cut out the neck a little bit. So all sorts of little good fun things are happening. I actually really enjoy this part of the build. All this putting it together, getting to see things come together and glued together and start to see the shape of a guitar. The neck just thrills me. I don't know why, it just does. Seeing the detailed, because it's really 5 pieces of wood that put it together. Or I guess the black lines aren't necessarily wood, they're a fiber, man-made something rather, but anyhow, it's just enjoyable. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. I'm Byrl with Byrl Guitars, and welcome to ResoBiz, where everything is greater with a resonator. So I've got our back glued together, untaped. You can see pretty well flat. Just a little bit of something there, but it will not make a difference once the brace is on it and the sides have been glued to it. So I like not to have to fight it at all. That's the way it is. Here's our top brace. I don't know if you can see the outline I've already got. Put it on there, traced it out, and I'm going to be gluing it down to the top of this. This, I'd be thinking, what is this weird thing you got around you? Some of you may know, others I will demonstrate it in just a second. I'm going to do a little bit of prepping. Make sure this is all smoothed up. Kind of just leveling where the joint was, so they're both even, and getting the glue off. I'm going to reestablish my center line. There we go. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I've got my center line marked. It comes around the inside. I'll get those marks right on my center line to make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Everything looks good. I really like these round sponges. It allows me to be able to kind of dab it into the wood and smear it in. Helps me to control it so it's not so messy too, so I can run over the edges. And I did not come up with this. I saw this on a guitar building video I've seen on YouTube. Lots you can learn from YouTube. I've got extra glue, so I'm not even putting it on this yet. I had too much on this side over here. I'm trying to be fairly quick because where it's thin, I don't want it to start getting dry. I saw again on YouTube, a video of a procedure that was done for building pianos, and they were doing the same, using the same tool that I've got right here, which is called a go-bar deck. And there was quite a few men ready, and they had to I don't know what part of the piano they were gluing together, but it was a very big process, and they did it very quick, working together, because there's a time limit where the glue won't bond once you put it together. Or if it's too dry and you put it together, it won't bond. So they had a time limit. Of course, there was a lot more glue to spread and everything else putting a piano together. So it was a mad rush to get it all done, where this isn't so bad. I'm trying to keep it within my lines, but towards the center I don't really care because it gets cut out. All right. And if you're one of my customers and watching this, you've kind of seen this before, because this is one of my favorite parts. And I always think it's neat to send pictures to my customers once I got their guitar to this point, because it just looks so weird. It's like, what are you doing? Somebody might ask, well, why do you do it that way instead of just using some clamps on it? But you have to have very deep-throated clamps to be able to get to some of it. It takes a lot of clamps to be able to put pressure in all the different spots that I'm doing. Somebody else might wonder, is it actually putting that much pressure on it? I had to learn to build these things. The first time I did it wasn't strong enough, and I literally blew this thing apart. Pieces went everywhere, and yeah, there's a lot of force. You wouldn't think so just by putting sticks. People use dowel rods, fiberglass dowel rods, all sorts of different things, but I just cut what is this? This is ash. Ash is fairly flexible, and I quarter saw it and cut it, put it in there, and it is very strong. Holds it down very well. All right, I had it lined up. That one's right, and that one's right. We're good. Now I do is put some glue residue on the outside, because again, the inside gets cut out, so it don't really matter. Try to keep it as clean as we can. So there's, in the last final cleanup, the sanding and smoothing everything up, there's not much to mess with. I like to keep the inside as nice as I can to match the outside. Alright, there's the top glue, top brace glue to the top. Alright. got a piece of granite here. I've glued with aerosol spray tack, whatever you call that stuff. Multi-purpose adhesive, 3M Super 77. I don't prefer necessarily this. I've had some that I like better than others, but I never can remember which one it is I liked. So I'm always buying something different. Anyhow, I sprayed that down. What I do with it is prep these sides for gluing to the top. My wife says this is the most annoying sound in the whole world. And actually, I don't think it's this part. It's once I do, what we're going to do is sand the rims. That's the technical luthier term for these until they're glued to the top of the guitar. Then they become sides. Right now they're just rims. We're going to sand these rims on the top surface. This will be the top. And we're going to get them leveled and flat. Right now it don't make that much sound, but when you've got the top on it and all the braces are in it, and then you flip it over and you're doing both sides at the same time, it is horribly annoying. But it's the job you have to do, at least the way I do it. Alright, I'm going to sand this down flat and I'll do the other one. They'll be ready for gluing to the top. You probably could call in turkeys with this. That'd get a big tom bin right there. Alright, I think I've got it all nice and smooth. Alright. You gotta work. That one's flat. Get this up. The way I know what side's up and what side's down is when you press on one side. Hopefully I got it where you can see that. When I press it down flat, this comes up because there's that arch in the back. This side already lays pretty well flat. Almost there, just got a little spot here. The rest of it's nice. I think we got it. Okay. Looks good. Alright. Those are ready to go on the top. Alright, let's do a little bit of trimming on this neck. here's our neck. Remember the curl that I was all excited about? It's at this end. Straighter grained, curves kind of up this way is on this end. The middle piece, that grain curls this way. But we want to make sure that we have the flamed part, that cross-grain hologram looking stuff that's in the side of it. We want it down here so it's in the heel. We'll see that in the heel. So what I'm going to do, and what I've done, I haven't got this totally trued up perfectly clean, so what I'm going to do is just, time being, I'm going to draw this thing just a little low, and we'll clean this up at a later time. I'm not shop with my big saw, so I can't do a full clean cut on that just yet, but I wanted to cut this neck out. Excited to see it cut out. So we'll get this on the bandsaw. Get this cut out. Be able to see what it's going to look like having that epoxy cleaned up a little bit and the little black stripes in it. There's that stencil outline. I don't know about you, but that just excites me. I love that. It thrills me. Just the little detail. This is going to have, I can already see the lines going across it where it's flamed in this middle piece. It's going to be a real pretty piece. Of course, I can already picture it with the heel cap and shaped and all that. But there's the start of that neck. Now it's going to have pieces glued to the sides here to widen it for the head. But that's about it right there. We're going to have to put a little taper on it. Very little. But we're right there. So this was our neck block we're going to use. It's flame maple. It's a 3-piece. It comes off a 3-piece neck. But and I was going to use it, and I think I decided that before I thought about doing these little lines. And believe it or not, those actually are just enough to make this wide enough right at this point here to be just right. So when we taper this, fretboard comes down and it fits just right to here. But we have this big chunk left over. I'm going to use some of this to widen the neck to get our shape. And the leftover, I'm going to make another one of these so that you see these lines when you look inside the guitar at the end on the tail or the neck block. So we'll put these taper and everything on it. But this is going to end up being a neck block right here. I really like that. Fun. Alright, so we got to get some fun things accomplished. This is the part where we start making fun sawdust. We start chiseling out stuff, shaving off stuff. We'll have, I don't know why, but I really enjoy carving the braces on the back. So that's to come up pretty soon. We'll get the back glued together and get the braces on. I will enjoy that. We have this neck that's going to be finished out coming up. We're going to get to make a neck block next week. Put our rims to the top, which I kind of thought we was going to get to do that this week, but it's just the way it worked out. Hope you enjoyed it. We're really getting into actual building now, and I'm enjoying it myself. I'm excited about it. I hope you stick with us. Keep watching till the end. If you liked it, you enjoyed it, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Send you an email every week for each new video that comes out. Thanks for taking time to watch.